Hi guys, I hope you guys watched my last video, or any, if this is the first time watching it. Quick thing, I just realized, I was looking up stuff from the Ever After. Like I said, watch my last video, or any others that might talk about it. Anyway, I just found out because of, sorry, I gotta fix something. Thanks to Wikipedia, that there was a new episode on, and so I was just watching it. Now I just saw, I was looking up Ever After High, literally like I put that into YouTube, separate tab, and I found a video of a guy talking about, saying that you should watch Ever After High, go to the website or whatever, you'll become more knowledgeable. Something that, I don't know if he has a disability, which would understand. I don't know if it's just something, maybe they did like a weird techno thing to make it look weird. I don't know. But this guy looked creepy. And since this is like a Mattel thing, which is a kid's thing, I don't know why this guy's even on here. Like I said, unless he has a disability, which is understandable. Now anyway, back to what I was going to talk about. Word of warning, this one's going to have a little bit of adult content, and as well as what's in the background music. So, for you younger viewers, be very cautionable. I would say if you aren't allowed to hear bad words, I don't know what term you want to use, I wouldn't watch, after this point, I would stop watching it. So, if you do hear any I'm going to try to keep the volume a little low so it's not too loud, but, like I said, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. So, please respect that. If you guys are too young to even know any bad words, then stop watching after this point. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about epic rap battles of history. Now, I got into this when I was down, south, here we go. If you're hearing right now, this is Rasputin versus, Stalin, plus 3 other people. Anyway, I found this through a friend of mine who showed it to me, and, see, there's a bad word. It's just funny. Anyway, it's a friend showed me it, and then I got into it, and I kept watching it, and, well, I've watched all the episodes, including the Comedy Central thing that they did. It was one of the one before this. Anyway, it's about, they usually do like either past to present or to present. It's gotta be someone who's either fictional or real, but it's gotta be something big. It's like what people want to see. Anyway, I'm gonna read off the episodes. Like this one is, I'll get to it. And who I think should win Epic Rap Battles. Okay. I just want to make sure how much time. Anyway, the first one is John Lennon from the Beatles versus Bill O'Reilly, that talk show guy. There we go. Anyway, I think John Lennon should win, not just because I'm a Beatles fan, but because I like his side of the story. And then the next episode was Darth Vader versus Hitler, part 1. And I think Darth Vader should have won that. More or less because I don't like Hitler. Anyway, the third episode was Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris. I don't know, they were both very good, so I did a tie. I wrote tie on it. Sarah Palin versus Lady Gaga all the way. And that's actually the Sarah Palin versus Lady Gaga is one of my favorite episodes from Sarah Palin. Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man, and Macho Man versus Kim Jong-il. I'd probably go with the wrestlers because I have a friend who's a wrestling fan, so out of respect to her. But, yeah. Out of just content, I didn't know who, so I didn't even put tie, I just put, question mark. The next one was Justin Bieber versus Beethoven. Yeah, Beethoven. I'm not a Justin Bieber fan. The only song, I only like one song of his, and that was like his first song. Einstein versus Stephen Hawking. I liked Einstein, though I do respect Stephen Hawking as well, but I like Einstein's side of it. Genghis Khan versus Easter Bunny. I think I like I could not decide because they were both okay, but it's like, okay. Napoleon Bonaparte versus Napoleon Dynamite. I like Bonaparte better, actually. He had a good side. Bill Mays versus Ben Franklin. Both I tied. Dumbledore versus Gandalf. Tie, because I like both. Dr. Seuss versus William Shakespeare. That was really hard, so I gave him a tie. Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers. Mr. T. I stopped watching Mr. Rogers a long time ago. Christopher Columbus versus Captain Kirk. Now, I'm not exactly a Star Trek fan, nor am I against it. I mean, I've probably seen 1 or 2 episodes when I was a lot younger. But I'm going to have to go with Christopher Columbus because of Captain Kirk, how he talks. It's not against him, it's part of the character's name, but it was just, no. And then the last one, which was of that season 1, was Epic Lloyd versus Nice Peter. I'd say a tie, because that was pretty cool. Now I'm already at 6 minutes. Okay. Season 2 was a lot different. Darth Vader versus Hitler Part 2 was the first episode. I still went with Darth. Leonidas versus Master Chief. I like Leonidas a lot better. The Mario Brothers versus the Wright Brothers. I didn't write actually anything down, but it should be a tie. The Wright Brothers. I liked, well, actually a tie. Getting this tie. Oops. There we go. Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley. Now, I like Elvis, I really do, but I like Michael Jackson's side a lot better. It was just really cool how they did that. Cleopatra versus Marilyn Monroe. Now, that and the Elvis one, this one and the Elvis one are my favorites from season 2. 2 of them. I went with Cleopatra because it was a lot better. No offense to Marilyn. Then Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. I like Steve Jobs better. Frank Sinatra versus Freddie Mercury. I liked Freddie Mercury, especially since he's Queen. Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney / versus Abe Lincoln, because he came into this thing. I'm already at 7 minutes. Wow. Anyway, I liked Barack Obama for multiple reasons, but I will not get into it. Plus, he had a point with Mama Jeans on Mitt Romney. But I think I would have gone with Barack Obama / Abe Lincoln, I think is what I should put. Now, this is one of my all-time favorites. Doc Brown versus Doctor Who. Now, if you guys know me well enough, I like Doctor Who, so it's always going to be Doctor Who. Now, I like that they use the 2 top... Oh, here's another one. Skrillex versus, Mozart, which I'll get to later. The 2 longest running ones were 4th and then 10th. So that's why they probably did them. Plus it was easier. Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. I did question mark. I know. Now I'm a big Batman fan, and I'm also a Sherlock Holmes fan. But the thing is, so the Batman versus Sherlock Holmes, it was hard to decide. But I have to give it to Sherlock Holmes because it was just, Batman did not have a good point. Ooh, that was good. Moses versus Santa Claus. I love Santa Claus, but Moses had a good thing. Plus also, the guy who played Moses in the thing was, Snoop Lion / Snoop Dogg, whatever. I don't really, it doesn't make a difference to me because he's still Snoop Dogg to me. Adam versus Eve, which was classic. Of course, I went with Eve because she had a point, though I do see Adam's side. I don't know if you guys can hear me over this. Anyway, and then Martin Luther King Jr. versus Gandhi. I could not decide, so it's question mark. Ooh, that was good. Nikola Tesla versus Thomas Edison. I like Nikola Tesla's the way he talks, but I had to go with Thomas Edison. I don't know why I did, but I think it was good. Lance Armstrong versus Babe Ruth. Now, I'm saying this because I am. Sadly, Lance Armstrong. Now, the reason why is because the way he projected himself in the battle. But outside of it, I would have gone with Babe Ruth. Now, because I'm actually a baseball fan. I'm not actually one of those bike racing things, though I do bike. But it's not for that. It's for work. Anyway, Lance Armstrong, I had to do a assignment with him, and it just, finding out all about him, and it's just like, it was just crazy. So, but the only reason why I think he should win it is because the way he said it, which actually I think should be the next one you're going to be hearing. So, anyway, Mozart versus Skrillex, I went with Mozart, though I do like Skrillex. In this, I've never heard of him before this, and that's also the one they did for Comedy Central, and they actually brought out the real Skrillex too, so it was cool. Now Rasputin versus Stalin, among others. I could not decide, so I just put a question mark. Anyway, that's about it for the thing. They're supposed to be coming back this fall. Oh gosh, I can't believe he said that about Oprah. Anyway, I like to see some other stuff like, let's see, who else would I love to see? I like to see them do some, like, other stuff, like, maybe like Edward versus Jacob, or Bella versus, let's see, Elena for Twilight versus Vampire Diaries, or even heck, Damon versus Edward, which would be nice. But anyway, it seems really interesting. If they would finally do that. I'd like to see something with Regis, maybe, if that would be cool, or Kelly Ripa. Maybe even the Yemi when he was on the Blackhawks or something. I would love to see something with Blackhawks. I'd love to see another Doctor Who one too. I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. Like I said, they're supposed to be coming back this fall, so it's like I'm dying here to watch another one. Not literally. I mean, it's just a figure of speech. I'm not serious. Anyway, if you guys want me to talk about anything, and if I know what it is, I will be willing to talk about it. Just message me or comment in one of these videos saying like what you would like to see me talk about, because I don't mind hearing from you guys. I mean, I know a couple people messaged me or said something, but mainly it was from this one person. But anyway, that's about it. Anyway, just subscribe, and now comment down below. I really want to hear from you guys. If you can't comment, then I don't know. I guess it all depends. But I really want to hear from you guys, because I'm starting to running. I mean, there's a lot of things I could talk about, but it's all just in the matter of like what's recent or what's updated or what people already know. Anyway, this is me signing off. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. I know I said that already. And I'll talk to you. I mean, hopefully I'll make another one soon if I have time.